Conor McGregor has received an 18-month suspension under the UFC's anti-doping policy, but he'll be cleared to return to action in early 2026. On Tuesday, Combat Sports Anti-Doping, the in-house agency that runs the UFC's anti-doping program, announced that McGregor accepted the 18-month sanction after repeated failures to submit testing samples as required by athletes under contract with the promotion. McGregor's missed tests occurred on June 13th, September 19th, and September 20th, 2024, and were each classified as whereabout failures by CSAD under the UFC anti-doping program. While each missed test counted against McGregor, CSAD officials noted that he was out of action dealing with an injury and not prepared for an upcoming fight when the samples were supposed to be collected. The suspension and the expiration date when McGregor is eligible to compete again won't interfere with his planned return to action, which he has repeatedly stated comes for the UFC White House card now scheduled on June 14th. Meanwhile, Ariel Helwani criticized the policy, calling it crazy that UFC fighters, as independent contractors, must report their whereabouts 24/7, 365 days a year.
I always feel weird about the mistesting thing. The UFC fighters have to update his whereabouts on an app. They need to know where you are every single day. If some fighter decides to go on a road trip and doesn't tell them where they are, you get a strike for that. And I just think that's wild. As an independent contractor, having to tell your promotion, not your employer, because if you were having to tell your employer you would be an employee, having to tell them 24/7, 365 where you are. And oh, by the way, they also tell you what to wear when you do compete for them. I don't think anyone should have to tell their employer where they are 24/7, 365. It's crazy. I want the fighters to decide this.
100%.
It's got to be annoying as hell. And by the way, some people have gone infractions not because they're trying to hide, and I'm not suggesting that's what happened